Songs, I am Lies.
And I am Scandal.
And
let's play a game together. Yes.
All right, so what I found interesting as we were sitting here between episodes for a second going, they didn't know what this garden looked like at all. Neither Luke or Rachel. And so going, your plane could be a centerpiece is awfully convenient in reference to her specific one monument that she didn't put anything on, where she put something on everything else. And she never expressed like confusion or like, I don't know what to do with this. She's like, that's it, it's done. And it's suddenly just very convenient for the airplane to be there.
It kind of is. Plus also the fact, so we were actually looking at it. It does look like they would kind of like come down through here, but why you would want to walk down
all the way
and
around
over here, especially in a garden you've never seen before. We did actually think that was kind of interesting to like pick and choose to walk this way.
The lower path below the dung beetle.
Why? That seems really strange, but maybe that's just me. I'd be like, dude, let's go look at this whole fucking garden, because, like, as we pointed out, they haven't seen this garden yet.
It didn't exist.
They knew this garden existed because she told Luke about it.
Except for Rachel didn't really know it functionally.
I imagine Luke, though, would tell her. Like, I could pick that up sort of like a shorthand thing of, like, he would tell her,
which is,
that's where they are.
Functionally, she didn't know because she's never been to this part of our grounds. Right. We didn't take her anywhere near it on our tiny little tour.
It's true. Honestly, I still think that was the weirdest fucking tour of being like, let's take you on a tour. You mean a tour that lasts for 2 seconds and goes to like 3
locations?
Yeah, like 2 or 3 locations, and that was it. Anyway, all right, so we're going to go ahead.
Place! Yeah, we're not going to help Luke yet. That's not deeper. We're going to place the airplane. Are we going to repaint it or do something with it?
Also, I kind of want to know, like, what is this about? Like, you'd be like, all right, so should you be talking potentially to Rachel, like, as Lily, going like, wouldn't you want to potentially talk to them about why did you guys break up?
Yeah, like, I mean, maybe
or like
she's
even
not...
talking to Luke, just going, Luke, what happened in your opinion with your relationship? Because
now,
also
again,
going, if Lily is interested in him romantically, why wouldn't you ask, going like, so what happened?
She doesn't seem to be very much into the self-help kind of phase, or into the really, basically explicit self-examination.
Right.
So she may not have any of that awareness where she hasn't seen a therapist, she hasn't really done a lot of like deep thought about why her relationships failed or had challenges.
Right.
In a space to know that she should ask more questions to have more success in the future.
Yeah.
I could say basically her inexperience and her style of things, her basically organic approach to the world, Warlock, is that she wouldn't think that deeply. Plus, since she's not really close with either of them,
right?
Unless it's for personal curiosity, there's no reason she's going to be asking. And in some cases, she's been written as though she would feel like that's prying.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
on the other hand, she's been inconsistent, and some people are.
Yeah.
But I don't know what to feel about her.
I don't know either. Where we had initially, honestly, that's the thing I think is frustrating me kind of more and more about this, is that Lily, basically ever since being introduced really heavily as being interested in Luke, she seems to have really heavily lost whatever character we thought she had. Like, or it vacillates so strongly, so basically it flashes.
She did forget she's an accountant.
I know!
Like, she's literally described on the website as an accountant. She's used her accounting skills for money problems and understanding finance. Never.
Yep.
Like, literally one of the arcs of this game. All right. What do you think? Right over the globe flower bed? It's awfully convenient.
Did we really, like, treat it, though? Because, again, so one of those things is you guys got to realize, one of the things about, like, monuments in regards to let's show off, you know, like, airplanes or, you know, what are they called? Aero museums? Is that what they are? Okay, so there are certain museums, like they exist at least in the United States, where you can go around to them, and they're literally airfields, and they're preserves for basically like old machinery.
When you're gonna put stuff outside, you have to treat it differently.
Yes.
Like, if you've built it to be outside, it's very different than if not. In the same way where if you store an old car outside forever and you don't like wash it, wax it, treat the outside kind of thing, it will just turn into rust. I imagine we're going to paint this thing and stuff.
I hope so.
Ready, Luke? Also,
but
Luke's
I'm also
just going to build.
Okay,
but Luke is also being extremely capable here right now, going, I am going to come in and build a support for this plane and then mount it, assumably without the use of a crane, that in a way that it's going to stay balanced and presented.
Right.
Like, so there's this experience of going, I have a ton of skill of understanding how to mount this thing functionally so that it will stay balanced and last.
Right.
As well as I'm just going to build that mounting from scrap.
Ready.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Yeah!
Poof.
Yep, we are.
Yeah, it's already painted, already refurbished, already everything.
Oh God, yeah, it is a display.
Oh no, it's piano keys?
Totally the display planes. Oh God, I'm also like, what colors would they have?
I don't even know.
Part of my brain's like, which one's the more historically accurate? And I have not looked these up, and I
have no idea. I feel like that one's kind of fun. I would say I don't feel like that's quite right because I know most of them have more color.
The piano key one is super playful.
Wrong. It is, but also, did she play piano much, or was it just her boy?
I don't know.
So I feel like I want to go with this one.
Sure, why not? Let's go with that one.
Done. You can always change
it if you want to.
Let's do it. It's perfect. I don't expect you to succeed at all based on that statement. Or I'm just really excited about, hey, that looks just like I pictured it.
Right?
You can take it either way. It's perfect.
So cool.
Oh, so you like gardening now, do you, kiddo?
Ah.
I'm so happy. Aunt Mary lives such a full life based on my limited experience, and probably even fuller than that. This whole estate is a testament to that. But this...
You know what I love about that sort of thing? Like, I don't mean to shit on, like, things that happen that... So, a lot of times what I've noticed is particularly considering the background that I'm from, right? So, I basically was lower middle class growing up. If I had to basically guess, right, in terms of economic privilege, what I had in the United States. The biggest thing that I noticed for a lot of people was going, like, I only want to basically interact, like, people who had money, in some ways, they were really like, the only way I want to interact with this charity or this organization or whatever is that I need you to put my name on a plaque, or I need you to make a monument to me.
Yeah.
I need you to do this thing. And I'm like, imagine how much more money you could basically put into helping other people if you didn't
If you didn't
insist.
have to pay to make all the plaques?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. On the other hand, some people don't do that. They just tell you, when you buy in, you will get a plaque. Part of our budget is for when you buy in, you will get a plaque. You donate $5,000 and $500 of it goes to the brass etched plaque that we make for you.
Right?
Which I want to commemorate people, but sometimes in this kind of economy, in capitalism, I feel like commemorating them without using up, basically the money that could go to help people, which they're trying to help, would be cool.
Right?
Anyway, well, this is for her, from me. This is really freaking cool.
And I guess maybe...
Honestly, this is a fun little garden. On the other hand, if you lose this property and someone else comes in here and is just like, let me just sell all this stuff, you're going to be so sad. Let alone, this property is so freaking huge. I could just see people selling off chunks of it. Going,
oh, yeah.
What I did was I bought the property, and then every separate little garden I sold as basically a housing property.
Yeah. I'm like, this is not like long-term management, property management at all.
Nope.
This is like an expectation of going, I am going to keep this place for time and all eternity.
Additionally, though, I'm having more and more of a hard time with the financial arc being a problem, because all of the things she's doing would cost money, unless, again, she's summoning the plants magically from the ground.
Amount of money.
I also love the fact that they were all able to just lift and mount and weld this plane up there without a crane or any support or anything. Like, that is so
and through
so
all these
fabo.
garden pieces, like, it's
You
wild.
just have Lily going, I just grew a bunch of plants to sort of systematically move it over here wave style, and then hold it up in the air with giant ant-style trees via my patron.
Right.
While we all put this together. And then we just sort of casually just wiped your memory, and you're all just like, yeah, that worked.
Yeah,
It's fine.
going, you guys can't know.
Well, this is for her, from me. I know what made it look really professional. Oh, what did make it look really professional? Some lights on the plane. That's cute. She's like, let me do my job everywhere. I'm passionate about my job. I love my job.
Again, I'm like, what is Rachel? Okay, so one of the problems that I'm having with Rachel, and again, that I've always had with everybody, though, of going like, okay, so it seems like your basically field of interest is over here, right? And then suddenly they're like, yeah, so this display thing, so like what Rachel's talking about is display, which is very different compared to, I'm just going to make exterior or interior design. I'm like, I get that you could do that, and that could be a part of the system, but that seems a little bit too much in regards to, here's a monument, let me teach you how to light things.
On the other hand, some people who do display really, really do that. Interior design, lighting is part of interior design.
I know.
Lighting is part of exterior design and garden design. However, if someone goes, I want sculptures in my garden, I want my exterior designer, my landscaper to do the sculptures, to put them out here.
Right.
You select them, and then you figure out how to best display them. Lighting's not far-fetched for me. From being more familiar with that field, I would say no.
That's fair.
You're right. It'd be like a real exhibit then. It'd look more like you should be selling tickets and admission to this place, or
Which you
like
should.
it's a community-funded garden.
Which you could totally fucking do.
Place spotlights. Oh, I thought you meant lights
Sure.
on the plane, not lights lighting the plane. That's fine. All right, here we go.
Do the lights. Let's
Do
not
it.
talk to Luke.
Nope.
Because I really have no
Avoiding
interest.
our problems. Da, 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 da. All right. What kind of setup were you thinking? Probably something like...
one of three options.
This. Nope. Interesting. One inside.
Also,
and
I
the
love
other
how this
outside.
is not working in terms of like,
And
this
she's also
is
like,
this is not nighttime.
also
This
going,
is weird, brightly flashing.
something like this, and she's literally like, I've already set it up to show you. So I left, bought the lights, came and installed them, and then went like this.
I'm also like, are we going to pay you, Rachel, for consultation / actually, doing work?
Let alone
God,
Luke,
we
who
owe
did a ton
so-
of metal work for us just there. And also going, how much of your scrap metal did you have to use to, 1, restore the plane, 2, where did we get the paint and when did we paint it, 3, build that actual platform to support it on. Okay, and the thing is I'm going, if they hadn't mentioned money in this game, you could just assume that these things just happen and that's just part of the game mechanic and you're not supposed to think of it realistically.
Right.
However, since money is a feature in this game, so it's basically if you're writing a story and if you're interested in basically what makes it work or doesn't work, or if you're basically reading and you lose your suspension of disbelief, sometimes you don't know why. One of the primary things can be is you're willing to write something off as a generic or basic mechanic until the author tells you it's important and it contrasts with the function of things.
Yes.
So you get narrative dissonance. It's not ludonarrative dissonance specifically.
Yes.
It's not specifically gaming difference. It's just writing dissonance, where in here they have a mechanic where things are happening, but then they specifically say it's in reference to a world where things cost money and Lily's having money problems.
Yes.
So you get a dissonance problem.
Yes.
All right. I hope that was clear enough for everyone. All right. Lights, camera, Aunt Mary. I love it. Have you thought about turning the estate into an event space?
I mean, we keep fucking mentioning
we
it.
really are. She really is like, have you thought about renting all this shit? An event space? Yes, people could rent this and throw parties here. Yeah, imagine the cute little weddings you could host in the party garden, for example. You could even rent out the house if you wanted to. She looks so excited. She looks
That's
delighted.
adorable.
Like, people make good money on that stuff. I should know. Yes, because you set things up for events probably too sometimes. I never really thought about it like that. I just tried to sell a ton of honey for really damn cheap with a lockbox where I trusted everybody and the kindness of strangers. You could even just have a property manager handle everything. You could just have an apartment in town and collect your money. Things rented constantly all the time. You would be the Airbnb/event rental.
Yeah, kind of.
And going, that is absolutely a thing. Now, on the other hand, people could be like, economy and stuff. But if we drop all of that, it is a good business model for Lily in reference to how much she owes and the fact that she owns this property and doesn't want to sell it.
Right.
Like that thing. I'd feel weird to just abandon the place. I'd have to hire groundskeepers and things. Yeah, but the events pull in a lot of money.
They really do. Actually, again, I've been to several basically houses that were literally just event spaces. That is what they were. My family actually went on this binge for a little while, and I thought it was really interesting, where we really did go around to houses explicitly just to see their gardens. That is what they had. They were gorgeous, amazing, like garden spaces, and they were wildly interesting.
Well, and when people do movies and things, location scouting, you rent your shit as a location. Like the houses that are in movies, those are rented locations. The gardens for garden parties in movies, those are rented locations. Locations for events or for activities or for creative production, they're a thing. So I'm just going to the good place and going, this place turns into a porn theater at night, basically. Right. So they're going to be filming porn here in 10 minutes. Get out. Right. All right, Lily. You're going to make your money in the adult industry. Beautiful garden porn. Right? I wouldn't call it that. It's just a lot of house for one person. Is it? It doesn't seem very big. I mean, it could be.
No, this is huge.
No, house.
No, the house is huge. To me, I feel like they're trying...
It's hard to tell what's inside there.
I know.
And it depends on how the floor plan is, whether or not it's actually huge.
But also what keeps bothering me, again, one of the biggest reasons, I'm like, this, to me... It feels like a flagrant, basically flaunting, just flagrantly showing off just how much money Aunt Mary and everybody actually originally had, and it will eventually have, because clearly Lily's going to be able to keep this.
Interestingly enough, I wonder how much money Aunt Mary actually had in reference to this, because all of it was in such deep disrepair as to suggest a level of profound disconnection and disuse for many years.
Which is fair, though the thing that I actually think about it is that years ago, because property taxes have gone up, a lot of this stuff really is just inherited now, particularly in the United States. This is the thing that always frustrates me when people are like, oh, it's really easy to buy a house. And I'm like, fuck you. No, it's not. It's really, honestly not.
Now, if you do not care where you live at all, in America or in the world, you can buy a house pretty cheap. Yeah, you really can. And especially if it's in the world and you take your 40,000 American dollars and you go and want to buy a house in, a non-tourist part of Peru, you might be just freaking fine.
Right.
And in fact, in one of the manufacturing jobs that I work at, we had a number of people from, where were they? Would you remember where they were from?
No, my God, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Well, we had some Muslims. That worked there that had immigrated, but their families were still back in whatever part of Africa they were from. And forgive me for not knowing. I didn't talk to them very much. They weren't on my team. I would say, but they were really nice gentlemen. And the venue, the business was actually really great because they actually set up a prayer room for them.
Eventually. Yeah.
I would say where the company was actually super nice because they'd actually set up a prayer room for them. So when they were working either sunrise or sunset, they could take their break and go do their prayer.
Yeah, which was super cool.
Anyway, I would say, but the thing was they talked about how working there for, $12 an hour was like making $1 million a year in their home country. So
Right.
they just sent it back to their family, and they went, after I work here for 6 years, I'll go back and live like a king for the rest of my life.
Right.
So there is some level of that, of in different parts of the world, money is worth different things, but you have to not have any basically like any real weight into where you're living. People go, well, I can't just live anywhere. One, you do have to fly there and get there.
Right.
Two, you have to be willing to live where that is, where it's not predominantly an English, like area, where, you have different amenities and expectations and things like that.
Right.
Where your infrastructure is different.
Right.
But the thing is yes, money
Not
means
like
very
ours are amazing. no.
different things in different places. Anyway, so there's options.
Yes.
But it is, if you're going, you need to be near where my job is or near my family. It can be very hard to buy a house.
Yes.
All right. It's just a lot of work. Yeah. Anyway, if you want to look into it, I can connect you with some people. Happy to help. Thanks, Rachel. All right, that's interesting. All right, talk to Luke, I guess.
We have
the
no choice.
only option.
The only thing we have
Just
left.
do it. Do it. All right.
All right.
Hey, everybody just walks away. It's fine. Hi. What's up? What is with her face? Is this like a sexy what's up?
Hey,
'Cause that's
baby,
what
I'm
that
gonna
looks
hit on
like.
you while your ex-wife is
And he looks
literally
a little
across the
tired.
bridge.
Like he looks tired, and we're like, hey, sexy times. That's what the faces I get are.
Sorry.
Anyway.
So the errands today were so I could put a party together, try to make up acting like a dummy with Karen. Oh. Okay.
Interesting.
But
and
also,
did you
like-
have Rachel help you so you could be less narratively tone deaf? Is that why you showed up at the same
so
time?
fucking stupid. I'm like, my God. Like, I understand there really are some people who are just like, I literally do not think about my kid or the other person in the relationship at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just like, how do you do that?
Right?
How?
I don't know. Anyway, so
Ah.
I'm wondering again, like the fact that they showed up at exactly the same time together, at this, like why, and walked in together, going, I'm interested in what that's supposed to say to us with the narrative.
Right?
All right,
Would it be okay if we use the,
which garden, which part? What do you want? What was that?
party zone?
Oh, he just dropped down and did it. All right, sure, that'd be fine as long as there's pizza. We would love to host you, and that she's gonna do it too.
Yeah, she
Here
is.
she goes. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Party zone!
I'm also like, she's literally like right over there.
Yes.
Let's go get it set up. All
Yep.
right.
Both of them hear us yelling across the tiny footbridge 6 feet away.
Party zone!
Party zone. Karen.
Karen, what?
Aye. Rachel, aye. That seems exciting.
Aye.
Let's see. We just walked away from them. We told them to stay there. It's fine. I got this and this.
Let's go with this one.
All right, we're gonna decorate this thing.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Sounds about right.
If he went and got stuff though, then why would it be? I've got this one. It wouldn't it be him going? Here's what I brought.
Okay, question.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I'm a dick.
Okay.
How is that more in relation to what Karen likes?
We
'Cause
didn't
as
say
far
it
as-
was. I theorized maybe it would be, but also wine for the little kid. There's a wine bottle in that basket.
No, I know, but there's also lemonade.
Those are also identical
but-
sandwiches. They reused the sandwiches.
Yes!
Ah! The squirrel didn't eat them. He came back and pocketed them the next day, and then brought
And
them
they
back here
lasted
for this
forever
party.
because we're clearly a warlock.
'Cause
no, but
holy
the thing
crap.
is I'm like, no, really, how is this what Karen likes? Because as far as I can tell, like, for the little bit, so I'm inferring a lot from what
Right.
Karen likes, but basically I'm having this weird problem going, so Karen doesn't basically seem to like stereotypically what
Girl
you would
stuff.
call girl stuff.
This isn't super girly.
But
On the
there's
other
like
hand-
a lot of flowers, it's very yellow.
There's a lot of candles going on. What's with
Uh-huh.
the candles? That's kind of
Don't
entertaining.
freaking know.
Also going
I'm also like, you're going to,
sandwiches.
okay.
You also have
no.
4 people and 3 sandwiches.
I was going to point that out, you guys. Are we going to kick Rachel out? We're going to go, bye, Rachel, you're not invited to our party.
Or you're gonna kick Lily out. Like,
Right.
who's not invited here?
This feels sort of
Also, 3
tasteless.
specific different types of sandwiches. There is someone that he specifically isn't including.
Yep.
And I'm going, and now if he showed up with Rachel and he already has talked to her about this, and she's already been like, I can't attend, and they'd been working on this together. Again, I'm not sure what you're going for narratively, going, I can theorize so many things.
All right, you clicked through your line. What was it?
Oh, shoot.
It's party-rific.
It's party-rific.
She was, wee! And he was like, hey!
It's party-rific.
Thanks, Lil, you're a laugh saver.
Sure. You gonna pay me an event fee, and by that I mean, I guess I'll just maybe like write off a little bit of what I owe you for borrowing.
Maybe,
You know what? Let's
maybe.
just be friends.
Yeah,
okay?
whatever.
You got it, Daddy-O.
All
doing
right. Oh,
it.
God.
And into the cutscene. Here we go. So
Dang
we go
it.
back and get them, and they're in a different part of the garden.
This one seems more awkwardly paced.
I will.
Attention, everyone! Mr. Good Teeth has arrived.
Her. Wah! terrified every time.
Whoa.
Oh, hey, check it
Wait,
out.
what's going on?
Your checkup went well, Mr. Jones. My teeth are veritable piano keys, Miss Roberts.
Hang on, that is supposed to be him.
Is it?
That is. My teeth are veritable piano keys, Miss Roberts. She's Lily Roberts.
I say, you're right. I say, unless she's mocking him, which I just assumed she was. I assumed she was putting words in his mouth, saying what he would say.
Oh, God.
I assume that's her going, my teeth are veritable piano keys, Miss Roberts. Oh, I assume she's mocking him, which is why I did that voice.
Okay. That threw me off so bad.
Wait, the faces don't match now. Maybe this is backwards?
Wait, what?
Now, in more pressing matters, I have some news for you. Like, is she basically mocking, like,
That
mocking
face,
him both
like,
ways?
she usually has her mouth open when she's talking. So now I'm really
So I
confused.
don't know. No,
It
it
was
was
wrong!
his lines. Those were his lines. Okay, everybody, if we can give feedback to the creators, that is actually an error. We've encountered a real guaranteed error. Whoops.
Like, whoa,
Like,
that
I was willing to give the benefit of the doubt and be like, she has been weirdly tone deaf or really playful sometimes out of the blue. And here it is.
That was awkward. Like,
That was-
whoa!
She just read his
Man,
mind.
I'll give you some news,
said
Miss Roberts.
everything, and okay.
All right.
What is it? Is it
All
something
right.
good?
Well, thank you very much, guys, for joining us. Next time, we're going to be talking to Philip. We're going to find out what's
Yes!
going on. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, please feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi and our Patreon.
You betcha.
We would really appreciate it. It's in the description down below. And I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies, and
And
it was great playing with you. Bye.